Yeah, Sunday, June 18th. Go over what we've done in here with the power situation. They're saying 95% restoration by Friday, this coming Friday, not this past Friday. So, priorities: freezer. You got $1,000 worth of frozen food in there. You want your freezer to stay operating. Refrigerator, convenience, so you have some fresh refrigerated foods to eat. Generators on the back porch, extension cords coming through the door. I've got enough room to bring the cords in and still secure the door. Utilizing all four 120 volt outlets, using a splitter on low amp draw items, dedicated cord for the refrigerator, dedicated cord for the freezer. Those pull some decent amps. Split the circuits at the generator. Then little box fan, smaller 18-inch high velocity fan, and then heavy duty cord going to TV internet because of the length of the run, and that seems to be working okay. Coffee maker, I've got to kill pretty much all other circuits and just plug in the coffee maker by itself, because it pulls a lot of amps. You can hear it load up the generator when you turn it on. It's a fast brew, that's why it brews super fast. Fuel consumption looks like, since everything is a pretty much consistent and steady load now, we're right at 3 gallon or 2.5. I think that gas tank's actually 2.5 gallon, and it's lasting 12 hours. And that 12-hour load, television is on approximately 6 of those hours, and the refrigerator and freezer are doing their normal cycles, and both fans are running the entire 12 hours. And that seems to be a stable load for that thing. So the fuel consumption is a lot less than what I first anticipated. Basically 5 gallons per day. So a full tank plus 3 5-gallon gas cans, you can do the math, that is 3.5 days. And thankfully we have that gen set. The lawyer lady up the road, she's not home, and that generator has not shut off since the power's gone out last Friday at midnight. It kicked on in automatic, has not turned off since. She has a video monitoring system because her yard man came by. He was called in to pick up a bunch of branches in her backyard. So wherever she is, she called in from there to get him to come do that for her. Convenient. Neighbor across the street, she's gone to some other location, hotel or family. A lot of folks are just making do. Now, hotel rooms around here, we have a balloon festival going on, so they were 80% booked before the storm, and a lot of people went ahead and checked out and left town. But there is no such thing as a cheap hotel room in Longview, Texas. Even with some discounts, you're going to be $120 a night. So it gets real expensive real fast. Some homeowner insurance will cover that cost after your deductible, or how your policy is set up. It could be if the house is uninhabitable, it kicks in immediately, and it also depends on the insurance company. Uninhabitable is a huge hole in your roof, not lack of electricity. So it depends on your policy and the company. A lot of folks think they're covered and put everything on a credit card and turn in the claim. Insurance company says, well, the house was secure, weather tight, sorry, we're not going to pay the claim. Then they're stuck with, $1,500 credit card charge for a few days in the hotel. Something you want to check on before you spend that kind of money. They had major damage to the infrastructure. That's why the repairs are taking so long, and it's widespread. It's not localized. About, I'd say 40% of Longview is without power, and they're piecemealing it. Just doing what they can to restore power, but it's going to be a while. You got broken poles. It's basically a rebuild of the distribution system, and it takes a while. Not like just a tree on the line. You cut the tree off, get power back up. No, you got to install new poles, disassemble the crossbars off the old, hang everything back on the new. Transformers on the ground have to be replaced. Once they drain the oil out, they're pretty much toast. So it's, yeah, major event. They estimated sustained winds hit 60 miles an hour, gusts to be half again as much, so 90-mile-an-hour gusts. Been a real wet spring, so the ground was wet, so the trees just fell over. Yeah. Like I said, thankfully, we got the gen set. And I don't even think they've removed the tree blocking the street I live on to the west. I think it's still laying across the street. It's been reported to the utility that there are lines on the ground, which is supposed to be a higher priority than just tree damage or broken poles. And I'm sure SWEPCO's the utility provider, I'm sure they've been out here looking. But I've seen no sign of a repair truck, and these barriers were put up and it is just drive around them. Yeah, the city's leaving that tree down across the road in an attempt to block traffic, but this cable going across the street right here is nothing. It's cable TV, and it's been broken and stretched and hung up underneath vehicles, and people are seriously pretty damn stupid. It's just what they are. Yeah, it's just a mess. Yeah, like that transformer's on the ground, she's toast. They might put it back up, but the insulators are broken off of it. You can see those on the ground. A lot of houses, the weatherhead will be pulled and stretched from the house. There's another transformer on the ground, and a third one up there by that cluster of trees, the close one. So yeah, major event. I think my neighbor might have a generator too, or I don't know if it's the echo from mine. Yeah, he's got a little generator too, so he's not suffering. Yeah, this is just coax cable for cable TV. It ain't nothing. Nice man, named Bobby. He retired from the Navy. So yeah, just making do. Didn't feel like doing it. Was hot yesterday at 9 o'clock at night. It was still 91 degrees and the humidity was 91%. So 91 temperature, 91% humidity, that got my attention. That's why I remember. That was just miserable. But it finally cooled off. This morning's not bad. And Gerda suggested we shift the generator down to the little house in my backyard. I can get around there and I'll show you a view of it. I started out, I was going to build a little storage building and got carried away and it turned into a small house. But I have no plumbing down there. I do have an air conditioner installed. And she's thinking we move the generator down there so we have AC. I said, well, honey, that's fine. We'll have AC but no plumbing, no bed. What are we going to do with the kitty cats? So we didn't do that. And with the fan going, and once it cools off at night, about midnight, I slept good. She slept until about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning, so she slept good too. It's not terrible. Not joyful, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I've got this little house back there with AC. Got a couch in there. I think 2 rocker recliners, a little table and chairs, and last resort, that's what we'll do, is shift the generator down there, but then I won't have power to the refrigerator and freezer. And it's too far to run extension cord. That's too far of a run. For any gauge extension cord, you get low voltage at the end of the extension cord, and that's what fries the compressors. So that's probably going to be a no, and I'm not going to piss sand that generator back and forth. Can't buy another one, ain't none. So this got super long, and that's all for this one. Thank you.